Oh my gosh, so back to school is right around the corner. Some of you are actually back to school already, and I feel your pains far too early. It's still summer and it's warm out. But as we're approaching back to school, I'm getting ready and I'm getting all my supplies together, and I'm noticing all of the OCD things that I do every year that have to be this way, or I just am not going to have a good school year. And I thought I would share them with you because there's a lot of things I realized that I do, kind of quirky, fun things that work for me but end up making my life kind of easier. Textbook hoarding. This is really embarrassing in a way. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I have all these books that I don't really need for classes that I'm not taking that I got online for like a couple dollars just because I wanted to learn about them. Like, for example, I was a forensic psychology concentration in college, but I never took like an intro to forensic psych or anything, so there's really no reason why I should have this book. So I ended up buying this book for like $3 online and reading this book, and I kind of just have it hanging around because it's not something I can resell. This is even worse. I actually have this book. It's a criminology book, but I have this book in the more recent edition, like I think it's 3 or 4 editions after this. But this book was for free in the library, and I had to get it. For what reason, I have no idea, but it was just like, it was there, and it was something I was interested in, and I had to have it. So it's a problem. I like to call this pre-studying. Before school starts, if I have a book that I want to read, I'll like start reading it beforehand, so I save myself the time later when I know that I'm going to be really busy and have no time. So like, for example, right now I'm pre-studying this book that's actually pretty good. It's called Myth of the Welfare Queen, and it's for my social welfare class. It had a lot of like really good reviews, and I knew that I was going to be interested in it, so I started to read it ahead of time. I'm like 10-11 chapters in, and my goal is to finish this before school starts. So that's something less I'll have to do when I know I won't have any time to do it. So I have like all these pages and pages of notes on this book. Just ridiculous note taking because I don't want to have to look at it again. I just want to look at my notes and know that I have all the information I have to have. So that is pre-studying, and that's kind of anal and ridiculous, but I also do that. Note cards. This is just 5 packs of note cards. I got them really cheap on Walmart for like 88 cents on their Cyber Monday back to school sale. Oh my goodness. I will go through probably 500 note cards for just one test. I'll wake up at like 4 in the morning the day of the test and go over the note cards, and it's like once they're on the note cards, I don't have to look at the book, I don't have to look at my notebook, I have everything I need here, and flashcards are the way to go for me. I don't know how to take a test anymore without making 5,000 note cards. It's just, I don't know how to do it. I need to study this way, or I don't feel prepared for the test. I don't know what happens to me. I used to never make note cards. Flashcards were like, who does that? I think that I got to college and there was like such a large amount of material that I knew that I couldn't memorize it all any other way. I had to literally put it down and commit it to memory that way. Whereas in high school, there was usually smaller amounts of material, and it was easier to remember just by reading a notebook or studying any other way. This is like organization madness, and I know a lot of people like color coordinate and organize their folders, so it's not like a big deal. But if I don't do it, I feel like I can't start school. Like something's wrong if my folders aren't labeled appropriately. Like I print out labels for everything, and then along with the label has to be a notebook with a similar label, and they have to like match somewhat. So I just put like these colors together because I try to reuse the same folders. So I have like a setup. I know that the red notebook goes with the orange folder, and I usually always have like blue and purple notebooks that go with those folders, and I just have to have it this way. Otherwise I feel lost. It's also a problem. When it comes time for finals and I have to put every single thing in my notebook on a note card, it has to be done a certain way. I literally go through every page, and after I've written down, it's kind of hard to see because it's in yellow highlighter, but after I've written down everything on that page, I will star off that section of the page. And sometimes I'll even just cross it out. I think I've done that other parts in here too. So by the time I'm done studying, my entire notebook is marked up and starred, and I know that everything, here like this, I didn't use highlighters, just use pen. But I'll know that everything on every page has been crossed out and starred, and everything I need to know is on note cards, and there's no way I could miss anything. I am such a nerd. I keep everything from all of my classes ever. I'm actually in the process of trying to buy a file cabinet right now because I have literally run out of space. I have no more places to put all the papers, notebooks, folders, everything. I have syllabi, I have my schedule from spring 2012. I think this is how you know you're a committed scholar, is when you save articles that you really liked. Youth violence and the brain. Young children's reports of when learning occurred. I worked on a study just like this. Youth violence and victimization. It's all here for reference when I need it again someday, which I may never need, but I've referred to stuff a lot in the past, so I paid enough to take these classes, I might as well keep everything I got from them. I love the brain. I'm obsessed with the brain. I only took a couple of neuroscience classes and it was enough to make me a lifelong lover of the brain. I pretty much want everything I see that has to do with the brain. I get apps on the brain, I read articles on the computer about the brain, magazines on the brain, anything in the news about the brain, I'm all about the brain. I actually kind of got this for a birthday present. I saw it in the food store. I was like, Mom, have to have this. Make it an early birthday present. And she bought it for me because she knows I'm crazy. 100 things you never knew about your brain. Did you know? Infants who have one brain hemisphere removed generally grow up with normal brain function. Some smells can trigger a rise in blood pressure. Sleep-deprived drivers have reaction times like those of drunk drivers. Milk, cheese, and peanuts can help induce sleep. Charitable actions increase levels of happiness. That reminds me of my video on happiness. I'll link that down below. Experiences make people happier than possessions. Get on it. You can learn a lot about yourself from the brain. I even taught one of my kids that I worked with. I used to do an internship with juvenile delinquents, and I sat them down when they didn't want to do their homework, and I was like, if you're not going to do your homework, then you're going to learn this instead. And I taught them all of the lobes of the brain, and he actually remembered a couple of them. It was pretty exciting. So there you have it. That is all of my crazy OCD, obsessive school habits that I hope some of you will not adopt. At the same time, I will tell you that I graduated with high honors, so they work if you want to adopt them, and I actually have some more study tips. I could totally do a video on that all on its own. Maybe I will. Let me know if you want to see that. Good luck in school, and thanks for watching.